Good evening and welcome to the news. I'm Dinesh Rentley with today's headlines. Independence Day celebrations held across southwest Garo Hills, Ribhoi and Jawai yesterday. Sostin Sotun denies Meghalaya development was caused by Jorabad floods, points to possible NHAI road issues. The Jantaa National Council gives the government a 10-day deadline over the Lumsirman mining issue. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges parties to back 33% women's reservation in Parliament and assemblies. Let's begin with the local news. The 80th Independence Day was celebrated with patriotic fervour across Meghalaya yesterday, with programs held in Ampati, Amlarem, Ribhoi and Jawai. The celebrations featured flag hoisting, ceremonial parades, march past competitions and cultural programs. At Ampati, Maukarwat MLA Renington Lingdok Tongkhar inspected a 35 contingent parade, while a tourism booklet on southwest Garo Hills was released. At Amlarem, Mo Kayao MLA Nujorki Sungo attended the celebrations, where Kasiem Jingsok Higher Secondary School won the march past competition. Several individuals and institutions were also felicitated for their contributions to education, healthcare, public service and community development.
And Independence Day is incomplete without paying our heartfelt tribute to the contribution and selfless sacrifice of our armed forces, police, fire and emergency services, whose unwavering dedication safeguards our nation and its people. We also honor Meghalaya valiant heroes, Utirot Singh, Ukiangnongba and Patokan and Sangma, who paid the price we can never repay just so we could live a fulfilled life, and whose indomitable spirit continues to inspire us.
Cabinet Minister and Jirang MLA Sostin Sotun has denied allegations that the developmental activities on the Meghalaya side of the hill are responsible for flooding in Jorabad. Speaking to media persons, Sotun said development was also taking place on the Assam side and suggested that improper road construction by the NHAI could be a possible factor behind the flooding. Meanwhile, Sotun, who also holds the GAD portfolio, said work on the new Meghalaya house at Navi Mumbai would begin soon following the recent foundation laying ceremony and allocation of land by the Maharashtra government.
I would like to also personally thank the Honorable Chief Minister of our state and then the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra for the foundation stone which we have already laid on Saturday, where we have already obtained the new plot that is in Kharghar. It's in Navi Mumbai, where it will help more people who are coming to Mumbai, the Meghalayas Mumbai, for any types of work or for treatment or for education or for any types of work where they are going to Mumbai. So it will help a lot.
The Jantaa National Council, led by Central Executive Committee President Sambormi Lingdok, has disputed Chief Minister Conrad Sangma's assessment of the recent public hearing on the proposed Shree Cement mining project in East Jantaa Hills. The JNC alleged that local residents opposing the hearing faced police deployment and coercion while stressing that its concern was the protection of farmers and landowners of Lumsarman. The organization has urged the government to safeguard affected farmers and address allegations of land-related grievances, giving it 10 days to take concrete action.
Jimbawai ke jongi kum ke jan sinado ke basdang kalang ke basai kedar. Bami kum ke jan si yang halar ke bangrim am nak bentar Sri Siman lene am nak bentar kamu kono. Sampai ke bangrim ke jongi kalang ke basai bang ulum serman ude jakarot lene ke jakpa. Jong ispa peli ki mangrot ki longjing mangrot. Ki dipen ke jakpa ke jong kina uku ulum. Tangi kum ke seng ikwa bako sorbar Shwa baga nika sipils sengi ke baga sen ke air sarkar kan ko ni pa baga sarkar kan la hala ke nika jinga ke bagi try jaka ya kendu bak kamtam ke jinga ke bagi ne kinong ro ya kendu namar lega menta ke sarkar ke snap jar kum ne hala ke nika mar ke jingkili kalang sheengin bawai ke hok ke jangi ledangim mi hasurar ledangim ya dagalandi jong ke jingi chi.
Hearing health and the importance of effective listening took center stage at an awareness session organized by Sound Center at the Shillong Club. Tipra Mota founder Pradyot Bikram Manikya Deb Barma, the chief guest, stressed that listening was vital to communication, mental well-being and social engagement. The program also sought to reduce the stigma around hearing loss and promote greater awareness of its impact on quality of life.
Speaking of hearing, I think this is an issue which people don't address. This is also directly related to mental happiness. When you cannot communicate, when you cannot hear, it is normal for a senior citizen or even someone who's younger, who's got this impediment, to go into a shell. So, from what I know, that these are silent killers in a society. So, it is not something which looks alarming, but is very precious. Our smell, our taste, our hearing, these are fundamental things of how humans operate. Communication is essential for mankind. And if we don't communicate, if we do not build bridges, if we do not talk, then we have lost a key part of who we are.
The Office of the Deputy Commissioner Reboy, in collaboration with the District Sports Office, organized a 7-kilometer Independence Day run from Lay-by Market, Dulongnar to the NSCA Indoor Stadium in Umlingkudai. Flagged off by Assistant Commissioner GLC Millame, the run saw enthusiastic participation from young people and senior citizens. The event aimed to promote fitness and healthy lifestyle as part of the 80th Independence Day celebrations. Winners were presented cash prizes and trophies. Let's now look at national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged all political parties to support the early implementation of 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies, saying the issue should not become a political fight. In his Independence Day address from the Red Fort, Modi said women must be given greater opportunities to participate in shaping India's policies and governance.
आइए उन महिलाओं के सामर्थ्य के पुजारी बनिए, उन महिलाओं के सम्मान में आगे आइए और जल्द से जल्द हमारी माताओं बहनों को 33% विधानसभा और लोकसभा में उनको प्रतिनिधित्व मिले, वे भारत की नीति घड़तर के अंदर अपना योगदान दे, समय की मांग है और मैं सभी राजनीतिक दलों से फिर से आग्रह करता हूं, आइए महिला आरक्षण लागू करके महिला सम्मान में आप भी जुड़िए, आप भी यश लीजिए, आप भी क्रेडिट लीजिए, लेकिन मेरी माताओं बहनों को हक दीजिए।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced free online coaching for students from poor and middle class families preparing for competitive examinations aimed at reducing the financial burden of coaching. He also announced plans to train 1 crore youth in AI skills over the next year and launch a nationwide talent hunt for children aged 5 to 15 to nurture sporting talent. Modi said India would also host the Commonwealth Games in 2030.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, हमारे मध्यम वर्गीय परिवारों के सामने एक बहुत बड़ा बोझ बन चुका है कोचिंग क्लासेस की स्पर्धा। हर माँ बाप को लग रहा है कि कोचिंग क्लास में बच्चे को नहीं भेजा तो हम प्रतिष्ठित परिवार नहीं है। इन गरीब और मिडिल क्लास परिवारों की हम चिंता करते हुए हजारों करोड़ रुपए का उनका खर्च है वो भी बचे, बेटे भी अपने आसपास रह सके, उनकी देखभाल हो सके, परिवार पर आर्थिक बोझ न आए। और इसलिए हमने युवाओं के लिए विभिन्न परीक्षाओं की फ्री ऑनलाइन कोचिंग हमने करने का निर्णय किया है। डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, हमारे पास उत्तम टैलेंट है, टीचर्स हैं, उन संसाधनों को जोड़ करके हम देश के नौजवानों को फ्री कोचिंग देने का एक पूरा नेटवर्क हम खड़ा करने वाले हैं।
Let's move on to international stories. Kashmiri diaspora groups held demonstrations in Belgium, Italy and the UK, calling for international scrutiny of alleged human rights abuses and violation in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Protesters expressed support for the Joint Awami Action Committee and raised concerns over alleged killings. India has reiterated that Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are integral parts of India, while MEA spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said the international community should focus on alleged atrocities in POJK and its use for cross-border terrorism.
Let me say that the whole of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh are integral and inalienable part of India. The issue that should concern the international community are the atrocities currently being perpetrated in the illegal Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and the use of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir for cross-border terrorism.
Jerusalem's iconic Friendship Bridge, also known as the God's Bridge, was illuminated in saffron, white and green to mark India's 80th Independence Day. The Embassy of India in Israel said the display symbolized the close and growing friendship between the two countries, reflecting shared values, people-to-people ties and hopes for a stronger future partnership. Over to sports news. Umping Sports Club emerged champions of the second knockout football tournament organised by the Seng Samla Right Nongbri at Umsao Nongbri Playground, defeating the hosts Umsao Nongbri Sports Club 3-1 in the final. Nongpo MLA Meral Bonsi Aim attended the closing ceremony as the chief guest, along with RBDSA Acting President PS Nongrum and other dignitaries. The champions and runners-up received cash prizes and trophies, while individual awards were presented for Best Player, Best Goalkeeper and Top Scorer.
Tran Taro jersey number 2, Prophet Teron jersey number 18, but Promote jersey number 4.
Dongneng FC Umshaken defeated Umdokha 2-1 to clinch the Maolong Nongklo Independence Day Cup organised by the Maolong Nongklo IVCS and Sports, Social, Welfare and Cultural Club. Riboy District Youth Congress President Stanwell Money attended the final as the chief guest. The winners and runners-up received trophies and cash prizes, while individual awards were also presented.
Kapan bagi tim tu kita dengan senang kita menjaga dan cenderung berfak.
Passionate.
The 3-day 17th District Open Badminton Tournament 2026 concluded at the Kyangnangba Indoor Hall Stadium with 93 players competing across under 13, under 15, under 17, under 19, Open and Veteran categories. Organised by the West Jantaa District Badminton Association, the tournament featured singles and doubles events for men and women. Assistant Director of Sports and Youth Affairs, Krubok Pasa, attended as the chief guest. The association also felicitated Pasa for his contribution to sports development in the district.
National game Jan Gowan po kaniga state yang gawi ke im untuk agibiyong member hero gawi la sa thoi OME the players kiwa irtam thari lene qualification wo kre la da manpi kiwang hagile ki la yo api medal ikre yo bati para ni bowi IBDM report national game preparation. Kre nibaga tumen pode skatuan ibrani. Kre sistem. Konra ikate ganam ko buron ng state ng i district la kamjo. Uyo tonto do yang ndai ya pila kamjo.
Mairang Police A and Tirot Singh Memorial Hospital emerged champions in the men's and women's categories respectively at the second EWK KHD Inter-Office Futsal Tournament organised by the Mairang Officers Club at Vincent Futsal Ground, Pendang Umyong, Penang. Tirot Singh Memorial Hospital defeated Deputy Commissioner A 3-0 in the women's final, while Mairang Police A beat Health Department Mairang 3-1 in the men's final. The tournament aimed to promote physical fitness and camaraderie among government employees. World number 1 Magnus Carlsen successfully defended his eSports World Cup chess title, defeating Belarusian Grandmaster Denis Lazovic 2-0 in the final in Paris. Representing Team Liquid, the 35-year-old Norwegian remained unbeaten throughout the tournament. American Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura finished third after defeating Ali Reza Firouzja 4-1 in the bronze medal match.
Magnus Carlsen
Carlsen is 2026 EWC chess champion. And throws in a check, and here it's going to be all about the e-pawn. Nothing to be done, and Magnus knows it. Magnus Carlsen is the winner. What a game. The king stays the king, and Magnus Carlsen is 2026 EWC chess champion, and throws in a check. And
India began their FIH Hockey World Cup campaign on a winning note, defeating Wales 3-1 in their opening Group D match in Amstelveen in the Netherlands. Captain Harmanpreet Singh led from the front, scoring 2 goals, while Sanjay Rana also found the net to help India secure all 3 points. Sam Welsh scored the only goal for Wales. Following the match, Harmanpreet Singh expressed her satisfaction with the team's performance and the positive start to their World Cup campaign.
Overall, I think we played very well. So, हमारा main वही मोटिव था कि step by step, match by match हमने opportunities create करनी है and उनको outcome लेना है. And it's not about the man of match. I think doesn't matter who's scoring the goal. For us, is like the goal is very important for us. So वही mindset था, उसी की तरह हमने खेला है. Start अच्छा किया था. First match हमारा target था कि हम अच्छे margin से जीते, and definitely 3 goals, 3 points. We are very much happy.
Let's now look at the weather report. In Tura, the minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius with the maximum at 32 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at 68%. The rainfall was measured at 2.1 millimeters. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius with the maximum at 26 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at 76%. Rainfall came in at 4 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius with the maximum at 26 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at 74%. There was rainfall of 2 millimeters. The forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai say cloudy skies with isolated thunderstorms is likely. And now for a quick recap of the headlines. Independence Day celebrations held across southwest Garo Hills, Ribhoi and Jawai yesterday. Sostin Sotun denies Meghalaya development caused the Jorabad floods, points to possible NHAI road issues. The Jantaa National Council gives the government a 10-day deadline over the Lumsarman mining issue. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges parties to back 33% women's reservation in Parliament and assemblies. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you same time tomorrow. Have a good evening. Thank you, sir.